1983, the need for further legislative change has been accelerated, and we look forward to working with you on developing these changes.
Thank you, Mr. Goss. We'll now move to the question and answer portion of our hearing. I'll start with 5 minutes, and we'll have our colleagues also have 5 minutes to dialogue. Mr. Goss, let's pick up with where you left off on the Social Security Trust Fund. How many people are going on to this earned benefit program a day? Is it true that it's 10,000 a day? The retirees that are entering that program as beneficiaries?
I think that's very, very close to the market. It depends a little bit on the nature of the economy at the moment, job opportunity, but yes, because of the surge of the baby boom, are reaching retirement age now, we're having a large influx.
My understanding, it's the largest generational retirement in the history of the world. And so that's an important trend I think we need to consider as we're talking about making this program work, not only for seniors today, but solvent and effective for the retirement of seniors in the future. The only responsible way to look at this, right, is to think about seniors today and our children. Let's talk about another trend, worker per retiree or per beneficiary. Is that a ratio that's going up or down, the worker per beneficiary ratio?
The workers per beneficiary is indeed going down, really just because of the demographics.
Okay.
One thing that's saving us a little bit on that is while the so-called baby boom generation is reaching retirement age, I mean, they're starting to get benefits, they're also working longer to higher ages than prior generations. So we're getting some help on that. But the worker to beneficiary ratio is definitely declining over time.
Okay, so that's a pretty challenging set of forces on the solvency of the program. 10,000 a day coming onto the program and the basis of revenue stream to support it. And it was set up to be self-sustaining, but that's not a self-sustaining set of trends. That math won't work, and it won't work even according to the trustees and your report. It will become insolvent by when? 2033? Well, where we aren't bringing enough revenues in to pay the full benefit to every 60+ million beneficiary who has earned this benefit from this program.
2033 is exactly right for the separate OASI fund. On a combined basis, it's 2035.
So on the current path with the current trends, by 2033, what will be the cut in what did I say,
2035.
2035?
So 2035 for the OASI and DI funds on a combined basis.
Okay. Within roughly 10 years, there's going to be a point at which we're not able to pay beneficiaries their full amount. How much will they take in a automatic cut if we as Congress don't do something, whether it's a programmatic reform to make it more sustainable or a pay for to make it sustainable? What's that cut look like?
We are confident you all will make these changes, but if, as you're suggesting, we did not have such changes, we'd be in a position in 2035 of being able to pay only 83% or a 17% reduction in total expenditures that could be made compared to what's intended for the full scheduled benefits. That does not necessarily mean
What's the cut that seniors will take? What's the cut to their benefit that they will take?
17%
Automatic cut.
On average.
Automatic cut. Seniors need to hear that. 17% automatic cut if we do nothing, correct? Yeah. Okay, and you have more confidence in Congress than most of our constituents. But it happened. It happened back in the 80s. When was the last time when this program was close to insolvency? What happened? When did that happen, and what happened, and how did they address that solvency, and who addressed that solvency?
Well, the last time was really in 1982 when the combined program was approaching this, and the Congress did act. There was the so-called Greenspan Commission, which came up with some ideas. Congress extended that and completed that, and we had the 83.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Goss. Was the Greenspan Commission, did it precede the final deal that was voted on by the Congress? That is, the Greenspan Commission, and was it a bipartisan commission?
It was a bipartisan commission.
Okay, so there's a bipartisan commission They're looking at ways to find consensus to make this work. And then let me just kind of fast forward, get to the punchline. President Ronald Reagan, beloved Republican leader of our country and American leader of our country, and Tip O'Neill, and Democrats and Republicans all came together to support it, to do what was right for our country, for our seniors. Were revenues and expenditures part of that combined reform initiative to make it solvent into the future?
They were indeed.
Okay,
It was a-
so I'm going to yield, but just to put the sharp point here on the end of this conversation, the last time we were facing insolvency, Republicans and Democrats came together through a mechanism of a commission, bipartisan, and then you had a Republican, very conservative president and a liberal speaker in Tip O'Neill, and they struck a deal to save Social Security, and they had both pay-fors and programmatic reforms as part of their overall initiative. I suspect that's probably what's going to happen in the future if we're going to do it. So with that, I'm going to ask my ranking member for his Q&A.
Thank you. And